Raise your hand if social media has felt exhausting lately. Views are down, engagement is down, posting feels like you're yelling into the void, and posting doesn't always equal sales. The social media that we had in 2016, 2017, 2018 is not the social media we have in 2025. And if you think social media is difficult in 2025, then you are in for a rude awakening in 2026. Now, I will preface this by saying that I used to love social media. I built all of my businesses on social media. So when I had a childcare business, that was way before influencers, way before anyone was doing much of anything on social media. It was before Instagram, before TikTok, and I was sharing a lot of the behind the scenes stuff of my own parenting style. It was more of a get to know me. This is what we're doing today. And a lot of my clients found me on social media, either through referrals. They saw what I was posting. They found me through a Facebook group. And then I was on this one platform called care.com, which is for babysitting, but also pet sitting, house sitting. And someone found me on there and then came over to my personal Facebook to find me. And then when I started coaching weight loss clients, I didn't set out to be a weight loss coach. I never set out for that. However, I was sharing my personal journey of how I was getting my energy back, how I was dropping the weight. I was sharing what I was eating. I was sharing my workouts, and people started following along. So, in the beginning of social media, many businesses found success on social media through storytelling and creating connection points. It used to be effortless. All you had to do was share something vulnerable, some common interest, some behind the scenes, and you automatically got people who were interested in what you were doing. But these days, I've developed a love-hate relationship with social media. Social media has felt a little misaligned for me the past few years. And a big part of that is because there's this constant pressure to always be creating. There's this, it feels like you're on a hamster wheel to where you're creating content and it's insatiable. It never ends. There's changing algorithms and it has led to burnout. A lot of social media creators, YouTube creators, Instagram creators have had to step back and say, wait a minute, I'm feeling a little burnout by this. Even the top creators are noticing lower views, lower engagement, lower sales. So, what is happening? We are ending an era of Neptune and Pisces. Neptune moved into Pisces in 2011, and this was the surge of social media. Neptune is a planet of illusions, of romanticizing. It's like the rose-colored glasses. Neptune rules things like media, movies, Hollywood. It glamorizes things. And Pisces, Neptune isn't right at home in Pisces. Pisces is about emotional depth, connection, and spirituality. So, in the start of social media, we were using social media to connect. We were creating community on social media via like Facebook groups. Instagram was very much about like glazing that social media feed. It's very aesthetically pleasing. And this is when we had the rise of the influencer culture, curated feeds, and aspirational lifestyles. However, Neptune is moving into Aries. So we got a preview of this in March of 2025. And it's currently retrograde. It's retrograde back in Pisces. It's at the very last degree of Pisces. So we're wrapping something up here. And then we will as of 2026, it will be Neptune in Aries for the next 15 years. So until 2039. So let's talk about Aries. Aries likes speed, novelty, entrepreneurship, innovation. It's bold, it's startup energy. I do think with Neptune and Aries, there's going to be this glamorization of entrepreneurship and starting your own thing. But in the realm of social media, instead of it being like, come connect with me, it's more about entertain me or inspire me. And we've seen this with the short form video dominating the algorithms, fast trends, this edutainment. And no longer is it about 3 steps to starting a business. It's about fast, quick wins. You always have to be on the up and up of the next trend. And we are seeing creator burnout. I've been watching different influencers talking about social media and what's coming up. First of all, Gary Vaynerchuk, which is very known for recognizing patterns and trends, he talks about it's no longer social media. Instead, it is interest media, meaning people are only tuning into the things that they're interested in, and the algorithm is serving up things that people are interested in. It's no longer about your follower account. It's no longer about who you're connected to. It's about serving up the people who are most interested in the type of content you're creating. And Gary Vaynerchuk has also said there is this trend of Gen Zers unplugging. And so, because of the burnout, the creator burnout we're seeing, we're going to start to see this trend of people unplugging and wanting to leave their phones at home and go do something else. We can also look to the North Node on where we're being pulled into as a collective. So I did a whole video about the North Node in Pisces that moved into Pisces in January of 2025. So the nodes stay in one sign for 18 months. So we have the South Node in Virgo, which is what we're moving away from. And the North Node is in Pisces, is like where we're going. Virgo rules routines, systems, frameworks. So I think more and more people are getting really tired of the 3 ways to build out your social media or 5 ways to make money online. They are not wanting to just put into a funnel, given a framework. Instead, we're craving that deep connection. We're craving community and we are craving spirituality. It's no longer about just making money, but how can I make money in a way that fills me up on a soul level? If you can help people feel something rather than just giving them a template or a hack, but the nodes will be shifting again in July of 2026. So this is what's coming up. The South Node is shifting into Leo. The North Node is shifting into Aquarius. So the South Node is what we're moving away from. Leo energy is Hollywood. It's show business. It's celebrities. It's being on the stage. It's about having a guru who knows it all. And Aquarius is collective energy. It is community. It is collaboration. It is being part of a network. So we're going to be going from this celebrity culture to a community culture. People are going to be less obsessed with celebrities. And I even think like these big name coaches are going to have a harder time creating impact and creating income because people are going to want that smaller niche community. It's no longer about the guru, but more about co-creation. What can we create together? less about watch me and more about build with me. So how this may show up is less about having one expert, many followers, moving into the energy of community learning, shared wisdom. It's less about the perfect curated brand and more being authentic to who you are, more diversity, less about being an influencer and more on collaboration, less about the hierarchy and more about decentralized. So, what I wanted you to take away from this is, and here is how we are needing to adapt. Stop relying on social media as your main business. Start using social media as a doorway. It's not the destination. It's how people find you, but then you take them somewhere else. Your new funnel is getting attention on social media, but creating connection and nurturing off of the platform. This means building an email list, having a private community that's not linked to Facebook, not linked to Instagram, hosting in-person or virtual experiences off the platform. One of my biggest gripes, because I felt very much out of alignment with Facebook, I don't want to be there. And I want to be there even less. Yet I sign up for a training and I find out they're hosting the training on Facebook. And I think going forward, that's not going to work because people don't want to be there. You can use text groups, Substacks, paid communities, and private memberships. I do think like things like Substack, where it's independently owned and it builds your email list indirectly, is going to be the way to go of the future. I'm interested to see what other social media platforms pop up that also integrate creating community, creating email lists, and really being more niche. And if you want to really stand out in a crowded market, you need to know how you're different. Yes, we should be entertaining. Yes, we need to be bold and being that trailblazer. But what's really going to set you apart is understanding how you're different. So, are you saying the same thing as everyone else? Are you saying things that people can feel? Whereas Neptune in Pisces was very about helping everybody, and we all have a place here. Neptune in Aries is going to be more polarizing. It's going to be you're either for me or you're not. You need to know very specifically who your people are. And I am offering breakthrough sessions through the end of the year. If you really want to understand how you're different, bring your astrological birth chart. We're going to dive in for 60 minutes on what you're really needing. We could dive into multiple different areas, but I mostly just want to help you clarify how you're different, how you can stand out, how you should be making money if you're not already. And remember, you're not failing, but the platforms are changing. This next era is going to be about those who can innovate and not replicate. And if you are brand new to business or you're trying to start a business and you don't even know where to start, I do have a free PDF. It's called Discover Your Genius. I break down, help you decipher what your natural gifts are, your natural talents, and something you can utilize from past experiences to launch you into something new.